يسر لي من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. We meet again for the session on practice applying the knowledge that we have actually gained in the 6 sessions of the workshop, how to understand the Quran. So inshallah tonight we continue with our third installment of practice with Surah Yasin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم. So the first verse Yasin, we cannot translate it. It's not a sentence, just 2 words, 2 letters. Okay. So we have wal Quran al Hakim. Yes, Dr. Shadia, what do you ask about these 2 words? Wal Quran al Hakim. Wal Quran al Hakim. We have how many words there? We have wa. Al Quran. Al Hakim. So this wa is not n. This wa is not n because it causes the isim to be in ja with a kasra on nun. Okay. So this is really wa kasam. Wa is a swearing wa, swearing by the Quran. By the Quran, so Al-Quran al-Hakimi both are in ja because Al-Hakimi is what? Al-Hakimi is the adjective, right? Maksud sifat. Al-Quran al-Hakim. So it's not a complete sentence that is swear by the most wise Quran, right? Wal Quran al Hakim is most wise, the wise, full of wisdom. Okay, full of wisdom. But the Quran full of wisdom. So Al Qurani is in ja because this wa is a special wa, it's not n. It's a qasam, it's a swear. So it says by the Quran that's full of wisdom, or the Quran full of wisdom. What's the translation in English from the app? You can actually refer to the app, the professor, doctor, so you can. Okay, by the wise Quran. Okay, by the wise Quran.
So is maksud sifah Al-Hakim, they're describing the Quran.
Yes.
The sifat of Quran.
It's the adjective.
Adjective.
So it's the wise Quran.
And it's in ja because of the preposition wa.
Yes, preposition wa. This wa is not n. So when the wa causes the isim to be in ja, this wa is not n, but is by. It's a qasam. Qasam means a swear. Okay, swearing but it's more like qasam, like demi. Okay, so by the wise Quran. So it's a declaration actually. A declaration by Allah by the wise Quran. Okay.
So the ja is because of the wa or because it's maksud sifah?
No, because of the wa.
Because of the wa. Because of the preposition.
Because of the preposition wa.
And Hakimi.
Hakimi is adjective for Al-Quran.
And so it follows
the grammar. It follows the grammar. It follows the grammar position. So Al-Quran is ja, so Al-Hakimi follows ja. Being adjective.
So it need not be ja all the time. It depends on the wal Qurani, yeah.
Yes, because the wa. This wa causes it to be. If you didn't have wa there, then it would be Al-Quranul Hakim.
Oh, Al-Quran al-Hakim. Yeah.
Yes.
Without the wa.
Without the wa, just the wise Quran. Especially by the wise Quran, right? With wise by the wise Quran, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, go to the second sentence. How do you translate it? Innaka laminal mursalin. So there are 6 words there.
Inna ka
Inna would mean, inna is verily,
verily.
or indeed, or verily. Ka,
You.
you. La, la and inna normally come together. Both are tawqid. Inna means verily. La you can translate as indeed. So verily you indeed la minal mursalin.
Among the messengers.
Yeah, minal mursalin among the messengers. Mursalin will be the isim maf'ul. The passive isim, meaning those being sent, right? Those being sent.
Isim maf'ul ya.
Isim maf'ul, yes.
Ya, apa kita, what is isim maf'ul?
Isim maf'ul, the passive isim.
Or passive isim.
It starts with a mu, with a mim doma, and the second root letter, sin is in fathah. So there's isim maf'ul. So literally it would mean those being sent. Those being sent. So it's translated as the messengers, right? So this actually starts with a nominal sentence. Ka means anta la minal mursalin. So ka will be the mubtada, but since you have inna in front, ka will be the isim of inna. It's not translated as subject, but it's a subject like in English, subject, and la minal mursalin will be the predicate. So in between the subject and predicate, you have to insert a verb to be. Okay, in this case it will be are, because ka is you. So verily you are indeed among the messengers. So that's the translation.
How do you know the ka there is for who?
How is for you?
I mean tafsir there is for Nabi Muhammad, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Is it?
For
Yeah.
Nabi Muhammad.
But from that sentence we don't know, yeah? From the language, from the grammar, is it just
no, from the grammar, you don't know. It's a tafsir.
You are verily you are among the those who are being sent, yeah?
Yeah. It's the tafsir that mentioned it will be the prophet himself. But actually it can be, if you are reading the Quran and you are reciting it, that ka could be yourself. Because da'wah is a part of some scholars say it's a part of another rukun, the 5 rukun. Da'wah is the next one. Again, like this morning, there is actually da'wah is a calling that is above the rukun, right? Because you need to teach other people about Islam, whether it's non-Muslim or Muslim. So that's part of da'wah. So innaka minal mursalin. Okay, if you are conveying Islam, conveying the message of Islam, then you are part of the mursalin. Because the task of the mursalin will be to da'wah, to convey the message of Islam, right? Okay. Can we proceed next verse? Okay, you continue. Ala sirati mustaqim. How do you translate that? Ala means upon,
above, yeah.
on, upon.
Sirat, the way, the straight path.
The straight. The mustaqim, seeking to be straight. So sirati mustaqimin, as you can see, it rhymes, right? So it's a masuk sifat, right? Sirati mustaqim. So actually ala is a continuation of the previous verse, right? Innaka laminal mursalin. So innaka ala sirati mustaqim. Should be that should be a continuation, it's an extension. Verily you are indeed among the messengers, and you are upon the straight path. Okay.
And you are on the straight path. Yeah.
On a, actually, this pronoun should be on a straight path, not the straight path, a straight path, because you don't have alif lam, you don't have nakira. But it's additive, right? It should be a straight path. What the translation and what the translation says. Oh yes, on the straight path. Right, correct. On the straight path. Because it's nakira. It's indefinite. We do have alif lam. The alif lam make it definite. Like in Al-Fatiha, you have al-siratal al-mustaqim, right? Siratal mustaqim. So it's alif lam, alif lam. There is the straight path. The straight path.
So is it a jumlah there? It's not a jumlah.
It's shibul jumlah, so the part of jumlah, it's not complete jumlah.
Because ala suratul mustaqim, on a straight path, referring to innaka, tu?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
refers to innaka.
So you are among the one being sent, and you are on the straight path.
On a straight path. A
The
straight path. Yeah.
Being sent on a straight path. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ustaz, an ayah is really up to Allah lah to design it, and there's no macam like say if you say it's a jumlah, then it has to have certain component lah kan, whether it's isim jumlah ismiyah or
Actually, in jumlah ismiyah, ada khabar innaka. Only that there's a missing word there. It could be wa, then wa ala. Yeah, wa ala siratal mustaqim. So it's an extension of the first sentence. Okay. Innaka laminal mursalin. Verily you are indeed among the messengers, and you are upon a straight path. That should be the understanding.
But a verse is really up to Allah. I mean, upon His design lah to to actually macam tak ada, there's no specific pattern to it, right? That the long verses, the short verse, but to consider it a verse is really defined by Allah. Yeah. Allah decides that.
But there are certain structures, similar structures, as you can see. If you look at this, the sentence really comprises two ayats. From the second and third ayat, third and fourth ayat, actually one sentence, one jumlah. Only that you have there should be a wa there, which is omitted. Okay. Then only you can actually connect to the first connect this the fourth verse ala siratal mustaqim to the innaka, right?
But that is really, like why Allah don't put wa, is really only Him because He's the author.
Yes. There are some wisdom there. Of course, you need further in-depth study. Okay. Right. Now the next sentence, Tanzil al-Aziz Ibrahim. Okay, Tanzila it is nasab. But it has no okay. It appears like it is a verb, but if you check the F, this is a noun. Okay. Because the verb is nazala. Nazala, anzala. In this case, tanzila, look at it, actually it's a noun. It's a noun, tanzila. It's actually translated as revelation. The original point is tanzilun. Tanzilun. So it's tanzil al-aziz al-rahim. Actually it's in mudaf ilayh. With tanzila al-aziz. And aziz al-rahim is the mawsuf sifah. But why is tanzila a noun is in nasab? It's also a continuation. Innaka lamna muslim. Inna tanzila al-aziz. Okay. The revelation of the revelation by or revelation of the Aziz, the This will be the Al-Aziz. It will be exalted in might and the merciful. Al-Aziz, the mightiest, the mighty, exalted in might. Yang Maha Perkasa, the most mighty, the Almighty, and the merciful. So it is actually is a mudhaf bidawilay. So a revelation of the Almighty and the merciful. Okay.
Start. I forgot already. Mudhaf ilaih. What is that again?
Mudhaf you have off between the mudhaf and the ilaih. Off. It's a possessive. Sounds like possessive.
And how do you know that mudhaf ilaih?
Okay, we know that because the first noun doesn't have an alif lam and doesn't have a tanwin. Okay, and the second the mudhaf ilayh is in ja al-azizi, so it's a mudhaf ilayh. Okay, so with the tanzil al-azizi is a revelation of the Almighty, and al-rahim will be the adjective for al-aziz. So will be the revelation of should be because when you have in the form of it become definite. It becomes definite in this case.
So it is in jar, and it has to meet the isim with al, ke?
Need not be. The mudhaf ilayh could have al or would not have al, alif lam. But the first noun, the mudhaf must not have alif lam.
Oh.
And no tanwin. Okay, that's mudhaf.
And it's possessive, yeah?
It's possessive.
So tanzilan, that means the al-aziz is adjective to tanzila.
No, it's a mudhaf ilayh. It's
not adjective.
It's a possession. It possesses the tanzila. So the translation will be the translation, as you can see, is this hada a translation of the Almighty, the Merciful.
The revelation belonging to the Almighty and the Merciful.
Yes, indeed, that is. But how do you explain this at this Fatah? This Tanzila is Nasab. How do you explain that? I've not seen the improv, but it has to be some sort of verb in front of it. Okay, that cause it to become Fatah. Okay, that's how you can explain. Or otherwise, you can say innaka, jadi inna tanzila. You can have inna there. Where it is a revelation of that, also possible. But let me check the improv. What does it say? The word says al-aziz. Okay. Tanzila maf'ulun mutlaq li fi'il mahdhuf. I mean, it says that there is a verb there, nazala. Nazala tanzil al-aziz. This is a maf'ul mutlaq, meaning there's a verb similar with the root word as tanzila. So it's nazala or nazala. Can be nazala. He revealed a revelation, okay, a revelation of the Almighty and the Merciful. So that if you look at it in Arab, you will see that there's a an omitted verb in front of it. That's how you explain why tanzila is in nasab, because an isim in nasab will be a maf'ulun bihi to a verb before it. So the verb before it actually is omitted. Okay.
Oh.
So that's how you explain. Otherwise, you cannot explain why tanzila is in nasab.
It should be what if it's not nasab?
It should be then rafa, because any same default is rafa with a dhamma, right? Same default. If there's no other thing that causes it to change, will be in rafa. Should be in dhamma. Okay. Just Tanzilul Azizul Rahim.
How does the sentence connect? Because it's referring to Nabi on the straight path. And then suddenly it's talking about the revelation belonging
under Quranic Hakim. Quranic Hakim.
So verily the Quran, and then it goes to the Prophet.
The Prophet.
And then it goes back to the Quran, yeah?
Yeah, it will be there. Yeah. So what is being revealed is the Quran. Okay. Okay. Can we continue?
Yeah.
Litunzira qauman ma unzira aba'uhum fahum ghafilun. So litunzira, this is the fi'l mudhari, tunzira, right? And it's in nasab with a fatha and ra. Why? Because of this haraf li. Li, it comes into a fi'l mudhari, it will cause it to be nasab. So tunziru become litunzira. So that tunzira, you remind litunzira kauman, a kaum, a people. And look at this as a jumlah fi'la, is a verbal sentence with tunzira, the doer, the subject will be you. You remind a people. Kauman is in nasab, is the object. Maf'ulun bihi to the tunzira. So litunzira kauman, so that you remind a people, a kaum, a people. Kauman. Okay. Ma unzira aba'uhum. That not unzira, this will be the passive fi'l madhi. This is fi'l mudhari. This will be the passive fi'l madhi. Passive. Okay, majhul. Unzira means being reminded. That has not been reminded. Unzira, not has been reminded. Aba'uhum. Okay. Okay. Aba'u will be the night fa'al to unzira. Okay. So ma, their aba'uhum, their fathers. They become a night fa'al to unzira. I mean, unzira is passive. So this is a subject. Aba'uhum is a subject. So aba'uhum, their fathers have not been reminded. Okay, their fathers have not been reminded. Then they are ghafilun. Fahum ghafilun. Okay, fahum. So fahum ghafilun. Then they were, that's because it's past tense. They were ghafilun. Those who forgot, who are ghafilun, lalai. What's the term in English?
Heedless.
Reckless?
Heedless. Heedless.
Heedless, unaware. Unaware or heedless. Right? So this sentence first we have you have a jumlah fi'la. The first jumlah, litunzira qauman. Litunzira qauman. So tunzira will be the subject is be you. You, so that you can remind, or you will remind, because tunzira is a fi'l mudhari. So you will remind a people. Ma unzira. So ma would be the sifat for kauman, adjective for kauman. What people? So this the ma explains that. Ma is that or who. Normally with kauman they choose ma is that their fathers have not been reminded. Okay, aba'uhum will be the subject for unzira. In that their fathers have not been reminded. This is majhul, so have been, that have not been. So ma is not. So their fathers have not been reminded. Okay. Then they were unaware. Then they were unaware. Okay.
How many jumlah there, Ustaz?
There are 3 here.
Oh, 3, yeah. Litunzira qauman, so that you warn the people. And who are the people? Ma unzira aba'uhum.
Yes.
Those whose father were not warned.
Were not warned.
And fahum ghafilun, and these people are the heedless people.
Yes. They were unaware.
So so amazing. That has got three jumlah in one verse, yeah?
In one verse, 3 sentences. They are interconnected anyway. Far means marker, because of that.
What is far?
Far means then.
Or so, yeah.
Then, or so that, can be so that, or depends on context. Or here they translate that so they are unaware. So they are unaware. Okay, Brother Swala, how are you?
Not Swala.
Oh, no.
Siapa? Ramla.
Okay. Ramla, how are you?
Those who are, I saw a lot of people in the group who they come from which class? They come from which class? In the group, I saw a lot of names.
Sahabat.
Oh, so they can join this one. So, okay.
From the start.
Tak tahu, betul sebelum ni ada tafsir Quran. Tonight we will conduct the class in English.
Okay, right. Okay,
I'm studying Turkish.
Okay.
Dia orang kita je lah, orang Kajang lah.
Okay. Okay, let's continue then. Laqad haqqal qawlu ala aktsarihim fahum la yu'minun. Laqad haqqal qawlu. Okay, we have laqad. Laqad are two emphasis there, 2 words, la and qad. La means verily or indeed, qad means verily. So either you put verily indeed or indeed verily. So but here the English one they will just translate as one. I think they translate as one. Laqad. Laqad will be already the word has come. Okay.
Certainly.
Betul ni tak payahlah. Betul ni apa?
Betul.
Puan Ramla, are you joining this class?
Alamak.
This is the English class, the Quranic
Translation.
BAQY, but this is the English class.
English class.
You can join. Would you like to join? Because Ustaz is explaining now.
Okay, never mind. We'll just continue. She has joined anyway. Right. Yeah, right. Okay. La qad, certainly. Only that qad normally will come with joined with fi'l madhi. Laqad haqqal qawlu. Laqad, verily, indeed, certainly. Okay, but it refers to the past tense. Okay, that has happened. Haqqal qawlu. Haqqa is a verb. Haqqa, being truthful or being truth. Haqqa. Haqqa come into effect. Okay. Al-qawlu. See, al-qawlu is in Rafa. When his qawl is word, but al-qawlu is definite. So the word could normally can be the Quran. The word also normally when the term the word al-qawlu in the Quran refer to the word from Allah. Could be the Quran, could be his decision, could be his laws, what his instruction. That's al-qawlu. Okay. So in this case, this one would refer to the Quran, not the word. Okay, or his word. The word has come into effect. Haqqa. Haqqa means manifest. Haqqa. Okay. So verily or indeed the word has come into effect. Ala, upon aksarihim. Aksari would be German, so because it's also it's mutafdil. Aksaru, but because of alat ke aksari, and it's a mudaf to him. Aksari, most of them. Okay, aksari means most, more. Aksari means more, but when it's mudaf ilai, it's a superlative. Aksari, most of them. Fahum, so they were la yu'minun. They were not believers. Yeah, they were not believers. Okay. So how the sentence is translated?
Superlative to apa in Arabic, Ustaz?
Pardon?
Superlative.
Superlative is ismu tafdil, ismu tadil. I do not call it term.
But is that specific to the word akthar?
No. It's the form. Yeah. Aksaru is the form is af'alu. You have asharu, akbaru, akbar, Allahu akbar. Akbaru, actually it's akbaru means bigger. But if you have alif lam, that will be biggest. It means it's definite. But if it's in the form of a mudaf ilai, that will be the superlative. So aksari means most. Kasar means a lot. Aksaru means more. Aksarihim in this case would be most of the people, most of them. Most of them.
So aksaru is different from aktari.
Same.
Because this is mudaf ilai.
No, aksari because ninja, because of Allah. Okay. Aksari is in ja because of Allah. Him is the mudaf ilai. Okay.
So it's in ja because of Allah.
Yes, it's in ja because of Allah. And him is in ja, but him is domain, so you don't discuss it because it's mabni, right? So aksarihim is the form of mudaf ilai. So it's translated into the superlative. So most of them. Okay, not more of them. If you more, you have min. Aksari minhum. You have min there. More of them. Right? But in mudaf ilai be most of them. Okay, most of them. Fahum. So they were la yu'minun, not believers. They were not believers. Right? Okay. The translation needs to be already the word has come into effect upon most of them, so they do not believe. Okay. Okay. All right. I shouldn't use the word believer. That is now. This is a verb, so they do not believe. Okay. Sorry about that.
What does that mean, Ustaz? Tak faham. I don't quite understand that. Verily, lakot. Verily.
Lakot.
Certainly, or that these words have come into effect. That the words have proven true.
Mm-hmm.
On Allah, on most of them.
On most of them. On most of them.
So the words have come to them. On most of them.
No, this the word actually God's decision. Allah's decree. Right? Allah's decision, Allah's word. Al-Qawlu refers to Allah's word, the effect. So Al-Qawlu Haqqa, the word has come into effect.
Yeah.
Al-Qawlu normally refers to the God's decision, whether it's the Quran or
and so Allah aksarihim, meaning the words has come into effect on most of them. Most of them.
These are the people that is Qawman, the people Qawman, who have not been reminded that their forefathers have not been reminded, right?
Yeah.
And they were heedless. So verily, the word has come into effect, or it has been proven true, or becomes true, that upon most of them, and they do not believe. So that they do not believe.
What does it mean by why? So that they do not believe. That the words have come.
Because the kafirun, they are declared to be kafir because of their actions, because of their actions before them.
But to understand that line is that I don't quite from if we were to translate each word, the whole sentence to I don't understand. Sudah pasti.
Okay. Okay. Al-Qawlu will be the subject of Haqqa, right? The doer of Haqqa, because Al-Qawlu is in Rafa. Okay. Al-Qawlu is in Rafa, so it's doer of Haqqa. Haqqa would be a verb. It's a fi'l madi. Fi'l madi. After qad, must always come to a fi'l madi. Right? So qad haqqal qawlu. So verily the word has become haq. Has been made truthful, huh? And the word has come into effect. Okay, the word has come into effect. I mean, God's decision has come into effect. Or God's decision. Okay.
God's decisions have come into effect.
Yes. That most of them, on the point most of them, so that they will not believe. They will not believe. Of course, they do not believe. In this case, they do not believe.
Is it because they do not believe that the decisions of God on most of them?
Yeah.
Because they do not believe?
No, because of their previous action. That this one, because of Ghafilun. Because they were hitless. They did not take heed.
So faham Ghafilun, because they were hitless. They were hitless, referring to the Kauman, the father's Kauman, or they themselves, the Kauman, because they say that the Kauman and the referring to where the fathers were not being warned. Yeah. And so they become Ghafilun.
Yeah.
So but laqad haqqal qawlu tu would refer to the kaum or the kaum of their fathers.
But they're together because why the people of Quraysh were hitless because their forefathers had been warned. No message has come to them before because the message only comes to the Yahudis, the Israelis, okay, and the Christians. So they have not been warned before. Okay, and so that they become hitless. So
Fahum Ghafilun would refer to the fathers. Yeah.
No.
Refer to them or refer to the fathers?
I would say the Kauman. Because their fathers will be dead. But it's the same group of people, the same kaum, the same tribe, you see? The same tribe.
So the Fahum Ghafilun would refer to the kaum.
Yes, they refer to the kaum.
Their fathers were not being warned. There were no messengers, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a break there.
Yeah.
So their fathers were not being warned. But they become Ghafilun.
Yes, because they have not been warned before.
So two lines that I was asking whether the Fahum Ghafilun would refer to the existing the kaum when the Prophet came, or whether it refers to the fathers.
No, the current kaum, the prevailing kaum that the Prophet was sent to.
Oh, ditulina qauman ma unzila abahum fahum ghafilun.
So because they are ghafilun, because they are ghafla, they prefer not to heed to the call. So that's why the decision is that they become most of them do not believe. Okay. Okay.
So this is describing the kaum, yeah?
Yeah, describing the kaum. The kaum who are ghafla.
So fahum ghafilun and fahum la yu'minun. They do not believe. Yeah, they're not among the faithful.
Because this is kaulu, because if you look at the Ain al-Baqarah, idan ladina kafaru sawa'un alaihim wa anzarta alam kuntum fahum la yu'minun. Right? Same case. Because they have been slated not got prior decision, is their action of being ghafilun that they are declared to be disbelievers. They would not believe. That's what I understand from the sentence. Okay, right? Can we continue?
Yeah.
Inna ja'alna fi a'naqim aghlalan fahiya ila al-azqani famutma'un. This is the effect of being not believers. Inna ja'alna, verily we, inna, Ja'alna fil madi ja'alna, we make or we made or we make it happen. We ja'alna fi a'naqihim, on their necks. A'naqihim, on their necks. Anaqi is mudhaf kan? At their necks. Aglalan. Aglalan, shackles. Aglalan, shackles. So shackles in nasab would be, it would be the maf'ulun bi to ja'alna. Fi a'naqihim is the muta'alliqat. So we actually created or we make shackles or fixed shackles upon their necks. We a'naqihim, upon their necks.
All that isim ya? A'naqihim and aglalan.
Isim, alalan isim. Alalan would be, alalan is the maf'ulah. Fi a'naqihim because it comes with the harf jar. So this was called something is muta'alliqan, is the related condition of the verse of the jumlah. Sorry. So the jumlah is from ja'alna up to aglalan. Fa is in, so this is a new jumlah. Okay, so this jumlah, we have ja'alna, fi'il is ja'al, the verb is ja'ala, the subject is nahnu, we, and the maf'ulun bi, the object is alalan. Fi a'naqihim is the muta'alliqat, okay, the related information. So how do you translate? Verily we made shackles upon their necks. Okay. So
that one is a vocab like starts whether it's verb or is same or fa'il. This one like this is not fa'il, but it's same by vocabulary.
Ja'alna is verb.
Ja'alna is verb.
Fil madi, right? Ja'alna.
Yeah.
We made. Yeah. Okay.
But the alif aqnaqihim dengan aglalan, that's not fi'il mudhari, yeah? Because
because
the
alalan, because it is jamak taksir. Because jamak there are more than 3 letters there, alalan, and you know that it's easy because of it's a kasratain, yeah, tanwin, yeah, right? So it's in a'naqi because ki is in ja. Because after I have ja, after I have possession, after I have preposition, after preposition, it always in ja. So it must be a noun. Preposition only enters into a noun. Okay, so a'naqi will be definitely a noun. We know that also because qaf is with a kasrah, right? So it's a noun, right? Okay. So fahiya ilal asqani fahum mukmahun. So fa would start a new jumlah, new sentence. Fahiya. So they or it, here, she. Okay, she would refer to a'naqi. A'naqihim. Okay, so because jamak taksir will be referred to as she. Okay, in this case, a'naqi, the singular will be unuki. Unukun, mean neck. But a'naqi, necks, they are necks. So fahya, so they. So here, she. But you can't, mean, it's here, I mean, in Arabic, is she, right? But when you refer to a'naqi in plural, you have to convert to they, right? Or you can say it. So it. That doesn't fit well. It should they ilal azqani. Ila to al azqani. Al azqani also jamak taksir, meaning the cheek, the chin. Sorry, the chin. Chin. Al azqani, dagu, chin. So the shackles, fahya. So the shackles are to the extent of their chin. Okay, that's their chin. The shackles, their chin. Fahum mukmahun. Fahum So they were mukmahun. Mukmahun is a maf'un. Mukmahun. You have fatha on mim, second letter. Mukmahun. So mukmahun means being what the word? Being chin up. Right? So their heads were kept aloft. Meaning if you have the shackles around your neck, the shackles were actually big shackles that go to the chin. So your head will always be pushed to look upwards, right? Just like you can imagine the slaves of the Americans when they actually captured slaves on the Africa, they are put into shackles and they are fixed with shackles on their necks, right? So those are the things that they do. Okay, so this is the scene of during the Jahannam. I mean, after the year after in the scene in hell. Okay, inna ja'alna fi anakim aghlalan. Okay, well, we made shackles upon their necks so that they will reach up to their chins, and so they were actually forced to look upwards, right? In that sense.
Okay, so to understand this, because it was referring to the kaum, yeah, ghafilun,
yeah,
and then they're not believing, they don't believe, even though the words have come into effect. And so this the next
the word come into effect because they did not believe. The word come into effect that caused them not to believe. I mean, the word so they do not believe.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Start with the word so. The words have come into effect, so they do not believe.
Yeah.
I would have thought that the word come into effect, but they do not believe.
Okay. It's because of their action, because of their ghafilun, because they are ghafilun, they are heedless. They don't take heed. They don't listen.
Okay.
They went against. Okay, because their intention is to go against it. So because of their action, God made them to be disbelievers. It's the effect of their action that they become disbelievers. They do not believe. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because of their actions, the word of God has taken effect. So they're now referred to as the la yu'minun.
Yes.
They become
they will not believe. They will not believe.
And then so the next verse, this shackles on the neck, and this refers to apa is that?
This refers to the people who be thrown into hell because of not being believers.
And that shackles on the neck describe their condition in the Jahannam?
Yes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Because the Quran doesn't have that transition. It just put that.
Yeah. Okay. It can also mean metaphorically.
It can also mean what?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
It is lyrical. The shackles could be. I mean, you have to go to tafsir for that, right? You go to tafsir for that. I would also, there's a possibility because it doesn't mention hell, right? Doesn't mention hell because they are not believers, so they are always forced to look up. What is satu keseksaan. It actually is very uncomfortable. A life that is full of pain, a life full of pain. With obviously forced to their head to be aloft, means they are also being arrogant. Okay, being arrogant. That's what you can understand if the head was always aloft.
That's why they say Quran is a difficult book to understand, because when you just reading it from the language, you don't understand the shift there, referring to what. So you have to refer to the tafsir to know.
Yes.
Yeah, what this means. Yeah, but it's a either metaphor or referring actually to the situation these people in the Jahannam.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So it depends on the tafsir. So because tafsir wise it can be open. As I asked Ustaz Zul, okay, in the Maqasid Syariah, right? The Sahabat who know best the Quran, but the tafsir could be changed. It could be understood in a different way. Depends on the understanding. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay, where are we?
Waja'alna.
Okay, we are still 9:30, 10:30. Oh, almost 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I have another meeting. But
What time? You have 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay. In that, because okay, not enough ayat last one. Okay. We just finished this last sentence.
Okay.
You want to do it? Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, one last sentence.
Waja'alna min baini aydihim saddan wa min khalfihim saddan fa ashaynahum fa hum la yubsirun. Waja'alna, and we made Doctor, are you okay?
Yes, you have another meeting to yang maybe you
Oh,
can hear
another one.
you can hear the actually I'm supposed to join that meeting as well, but it's okay. Waja'alna min, and we make also.
And we made
Min baini. Maybe start explain Ustaz sebab takut terganggu dengan ada.
Okay. Waja'alna min baini aydihim waja'alna, and we cause it or we put it, we place it. Ja'alna means make it happen. Ja'alna make it happen. And we cause it or we put it min baini aydihim, from baini aydihim, from between their two arms. From between their two arms. Baini means between, ID is arm, hand, him is there. So it's a mudhaf ilayh. This baini aydihim are both two mudhaf ilayh combined. Baini and ID and him. So literally it's in there, between their two hands. So the usage wise is in front of them. Okay, in front of them. Saddan is a partition. Okay, barrier. Okay, saddan is a barrier. So again, you can see that ja'alna is a verb. The subject is nahnu, we, and the object is actually saddan, partition. So you can actually look, and we made a partition. Min baini aydihim, in front of them, from in front of them. So this is what we call muta'alliqat, related information. So the concept of we have a verb, a subject, and an object. So that is what you can have to understand. Min baini aydihim is just related information. We concerned with the how or where the partition is placed, right? Wa min khalfihim, and from khalfihim. Khalfi is the back, him, them. Khalfi also in the form of Zahra, from behind them. So, and we made the partition from in front of them and from behind them. Saddan, and another partition. Okay? Fa'akshaynahum, fa then also, akshayna is a fi'l madi, akshayna, na means we. So we covered them. Akshayna is a fi'l madi. We covered them. We covered them. Akshaynahum. Fahum la yubsirun. And so they la yubsirun, they do not see. They do not see. See in the sin. See mean do not. This not the see. See this see could also mean. This see could also mean. Okay. I think that this sentence, I would say that this the sentence before in a jana fi anakim could also be metaphorical. Meaning, if they look up, I mean, they are forced to look up, right, because of the shackles, and there's a partition in front and behind of them, so they will not be able to see where they are going, right? So it's faham la yubsirun. So they do not see, okay, right? So wasaun alaihim azatan, okay, they come in sentence, right? So then it's very possible that this sentence verse number 8 is actually metaphorical, right? It's metaphorical. We can read the tafsir.
So it could be referring to the situation even on earth.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah?
Yes, that's it.
So they have partition in front and at the back, and they can't see where they're going.
Yeah.
So that's why they are heedless.
They are heedless.
Tak nampak
Tak nampak where they heading. So they are wandering blindly, as you say, wandering blindly. The term is blindly. What's the term? Ada dalam Surah Al-Baqarah. Okay. Any more question? Puan Ramla lagi ke? Puan Ramla, do you want to ask anything? Are you okay with our discussion? Right. Okay. Is it Puan Ramla or Puan Lin? Hello?
Puan Ramla.
Puan Ramla. Normally Puan Lin would join us. Puan Ramla, where are you from?
I'm listening.
You're just listening. Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, fine. So we are done actually. Okay, just 2 minutes before 10:30.
Okay.
I hope you get something from discussion. Slowly you listening how we.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Get a lot also.
Okay, so we will continue this next week, inshallah. I will continue the next sentence, the sentence number 10, number 11.
Okay, thank you very much, Ustaz.
Thank you then.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.